Okay, so we've got our app with a sample page. You can see the whole style change. We looked at this recently, but just to show, this is the first task of our story, or of our epic, the first user story of our epic, where we've just brought in all the design elements to make sure they look right. And we've got our continuation prompt to continue our work. So I'm going to clear, which clears the context, share my continuation prompt. Going to rename my terminal to be the dev terminal. Okay, it's creating a new directory. Results. So it's going to build out, I guess, within the mockup, all of the pages we need. Hey, here's our results page. Wow, that's amazing. Super quick. So we've got that in our code running, so we'll just be able to wire it up now. Let's run the type check after we get all the pages created. The first page looks great. Let's keep moving. This is exciting. Look how good that looks. Okay, it's done our processing page now. Look at that with the animations and everything. Very cool. And it redirects. Very cool. Working on our accounts page. Okay, we've got our processing page now. Oh, we already looked at that one. Counts. That's a new one. Now we've got results. No, we looked at that one already. What's the last one it did? Profile. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, here's my lovable here. See if I can get the logo in there. No, it's not a logo. It's just text. Okay. Well, that should be easy too. All right, this is the landing. This is what the landing page looks like. Okay. Okay, it's created all the pages. It's going to do the TypeScript now. And this is, let's look at our docs. So POC is supposed to be under docs. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. So then this is the UI redesign epic. So we ported all these pages. That's cool. Verified. We were checking it as we went. It's so funny. How many points did it say this was? Like 32? Honestly, getting this page designed and built without this would take 2 sprints, you know, with my dev teams. So this is incredible. It probably would be 32 points. See, so it just updated. Now it's updating our documentation. Looks like the last deployment failed when we merged to main. We can fix that in a minute. I'll actually work on that in parallel. So we'll create a new, I'm just going to call this prod or build fix. The last deployment to Vercel failed with the error that follows. Should have put it in plan mode, honestly. Although we could push up that fix with this change because I wouldn't mind deploying it anyway. Build is failing because TypeScript is trying to compile. Okay, it needs to exclude our mockup from the TypeScript because the TypeScript build's failing. That should be a link. So it looks like it's got some TypeScript issues to fix. We probably need to update our process that before we push, well, definitely before we merge to main, we want to run the build. Before we commit the changes, let's update our process to indicate that before we merge to main, like if we're going to create a PR, to make sure that we are running the build, you can find our process in the best practices folder. Okay, so it added the pull request requirements. So now we're going to go ahead and merge and see if this is running up in the interweb. Okay, we'll commit. Let me see. Sometimes it leaves files out. Nope. So it should create a PR for us. We also implemented the entire epic as part of this branch. Can you update the PR comment to reflect that? The epic is the UI-redesign-epic, which is in the docs task folder. Let's go ahead. I've already pushed the code. Can you create a PR for the work we've done? I switched back to my dev agent away from the build fix. In fact, I don't even know if we need the build fix anymore. And I'll have the dev agent create the PR. So it's doing a few git commands there. I've got most of my git commands in the YOLO kind of mode. Okay, so here's our PR. That looks good to me. You can click this link here to open the PR. And I'd mentioned it before, like this is when I actually will go in and review code. So we don't care about the doc stuff so much. And then, here's some changes to this page, and the accounts, etc. I'm just going to merge and rely on testing for this to keep it short in this video. I'll go back in after the fact and review the code and refactor as needed. As far as I'm concerned, if it's testing and it's working and there's just one developer on the project and agents are doing most of the work, I'm not overly concerned about code quality at this point. But once you start getting to where it's bigger and you have more developers, then it becomes more of a concern. It's also pretty easy to review and refactor using the approaches I'm using. So we're going to merge to main, and let's go ahead and look at our Vercel here. We should have a new deployment kicking off. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. So while that build's kicking off, let's go ahead and we should have a continuation prompt. We don't though. Give me a continuation prompt to continue this work. I'll let it do that. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up the branches while we're doing this. I'm going to switch to main. I'll pull the latest, which is what we just pushed up. I'll delete our feature branch, which is this branch -d command. I just copy the branch name from up here. Here's our continuation prompt. So let's go ahead and do a clear. Whoops, not what we want to do. I need to learn what the shortcut is to clear up your console when you do a mistake like that. I'm going to get rid of our build fix agent. Hey, look at our deployment. Let's see, what was it? We have mockup landing. So this is the functional app. Still working. Let's test. So that's broken. So we need to figure out why that broke. Says the page can't be found. So before we start with refactoring the mockup, we probably should fix the deployed app, which I just deployed for the first time and hadn't tested. Okay, so let's fix that first. I'm going to create a separate agent. Call this guy bug fix. Okay, I just exported the runtime logs. The logs reveal the real issue. It's not 404. Looking at the logs, I can see the callback route is working. The redirect, but it's redirecting to. So the auth callback LinkedIn gets a 307, and then that redirects. Root cause cookie domain mismatch. Looking at the flow in the logs. So go to here, and that sets a cookie. The state cookie is set on the domain, but the callback happens in a different domain. Cookies don't transfer between the subdomains. To fix, ensure OAuth flow starts and ends in the same domain. Either option A, the front end should call the API on production domain instead of deployment specific URL. Update the front end to use relative URLs for API calls. I think the relative would be the better choice. Can you check how it's being called? The fix is simple. Access the app via the production URL, not the deployment preview URL. Use, not boom. Is that not what I did? Maybe I didn't. Well, that's embarrassing. So that's an easy fix though. Okay. Let me update. I had sent this to the client. Let me update the URL for him. Okay, so we're all tested. We've got production fix now. So I'm going to close this production fix. I don't think that we don't have any code or anything. So I'll just get rid of this agent that was working on our production fix and now allow this to continue. Okay, so now we're updating the main app page to use the audit design. I'm a little nervous about going this way with it because I have a feeling the design will get messed up, but I'll let it try. And if it fails, I'll ask it to move the functional pieces to the one that's already designed. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, it looks like it nailed it. That worked really good. That looks like it worked. Perfect. Yeah, that page looks good. My LinkedIn ads don't look so good. I got an F rating, but this page looks great though. I love it. It's updating our documentation. Okay, so I think it looks great. I just ran it locally on mine. I actually have been checking in with Anthony here. Um, and I shared it with him. Anthony and I are friends, so casual. I told him, dude, this looks so good. And he agrees. So I'm very happy with where we're at on this. And I'll grab this continuation prompt and we can keep going. I don't think we need this. We're going to skip the test, but we will. Whoa, what happened to that file? That's weird. I think it's this one. I think it created the page we needed. Okay, here comes the processing page. Oh, it's going to do them all back to back. Let's see. I'll check out the processing page real quick, though. Nice. That was super quick. We might want to do something about that processing page being so quick. Either fake the delay. We might want to fake the delay. Okay, it says the pages have all been wired up. Let's check it out. Hey, look at that. This is looking great. Let me go back real quick. So this is where we're selecting which account. It's got our page. It's broken our selections into multiple page wizard. Scrolling really nice. I like the progress bar. Start audit. Here's our analyzation page. Here's our results. Pretty epic. I think this is great. So we'll let it run TypeScript. So I'm going to need to add some of this other stuff. The schedule is going to have to go to a call page. There's also some business rules around that. Download full report. I don't know if that's actually something we need to do. We should link back to the thing. Email report will need something, share. So I need to talk to Anthony about the remaining requirements, but I kind of feel like a good part of the MVP is done here. And then I need to kind of come up with the E2E way of testing this UI so I can see with all different scores, make sure all this stuff is lighting up correctly and giving the right numbers and calculations. So there's still a bit of work to do, but we're a good way on the way. So verified. So I verified that the changes are there. So I want to commit merge. Hey, what's up? Do you want to, oh wait, let me give you a URL. Jump into that link. Let's go ahead and push and create a PR and merge so we can get the build.
What's up?
Yo, how are you?
Good.
Oh, you got the baby there.
This is Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
How's it going?
Good. Dude, just vibing away. So I was pretty excited about how that UI came out.
Yeah, I like it. And it like matches our colors and all that good stuff. So
yeah, I thought so too. I think we're all good here, except for removing this link.
yeah, I think that's all looking good.
All right, cool. So then I'll just keep cranking on it, dude. I wanted to check in with you, but I think we're in a good spot.
Awesome. Love to see it.
Bye. Have fun with the baby.
Later.
Later.
See ya.
Okay, so I would say that that's pretty good example of documentation driven development. We've taken this from conception to client having just a few final tweaks on a deployed application, one bug to fix there. We can use my little let's see. I have a Notion page that has an AI prompt. I want to see how many hours we've spent on this. So I have this AI prompt. Here it is. I'm just going to tell it and create a new Claude here. Use the following approach to show me the hours that were spent on this project from the start to now. So this is going to review our Git history and let us know how much time we've spent on this. What it does is it groups all the commits that are 30 minutes within each other into one bucket, and then it will pad by 15 minutes for the first commit right here. Here's the math here, and it just gives me a quick way of keeping track of my hours and notes. It's creating a Python file for this, which is kind of overkill, but I just want to see the results, so I'll let it go. Pardon me. Okay, 9 hours working on this so far across 4 days. Looks like 13 sessions, and this is how it all broke out. And we're able to very easily using DocDD keep track of the work and our time. It's just such a great approach, in my opinion. And now we've gone from nothing except notes and call to a working app that is deployed with one minor bug that needs to get fixed. And the latest Vercel with Next.js, ShadCN, just great stuff. Okay, so everything is working now, and we reviewed it with the client. The client was happy, had a few small things to suggest. We reviewed our hours. We've only spent 9 hours on this project. This literally would have taken multiple sprints. This would have been probably like 1 to 2 design sprints, which is like each design sprint costs about $2,000 with our company. And then we would have taken a dev team at least 1 sprint, maybe 2 to do this. So you're talking like 20 hours each design sprint. So that's 40 hours. And then let's say it's 1 design sprint on the low side. That's 20 hours. And then let's say we have one dev sprint. That's going to be 80 hours plus, all the overhead of everything. You're probably talking at least 120 hours of work to do something like this historically, and I did it in under 10 hours. So that's a massive X factor on the work, and the quality I think is great. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching and following along. If you like what I do, just like and subscribe, and I'm going to be releasing more videos. And these approaches, I really love them. I'd love to hear how they're working for you. And I feel like it's constantly evolving. So share what's working for you and what tips you're having, and we can all learn and improve together. Have a great day. Thank you.